Kevin Feige has just said, yes, and it will be a very different team than we've seen before. That's what Endgame was all about. It will be a very different incarnation of the team with some people that you've already met and some people we haven't met yet. Kevin Feige announced a completely new lineup for Avengers 5. So let's talk about all the details in this video. Marvel Studios announced their full plan for the next 2 years, which is only half of what they actually have fully planned out. Kevin Feige stated in an interview that he was debating whether or not to reveal their full slate of upcoming movies, but decided that there was enough awesome content in the next 2 years alone that he didn't want to overwhelm the audience with too much at once. He went to say this: yes, we debated what we should announce at Comic-Con. Should we announce Phase 4 and 5? We've planned them out, we've got 5 years down the road, and I was like, I think 11 projects in 2 years is plenty, having not mentioned anything for 2 or 3 years. So in that same breath, he revealed some pretty awesome news. Avengers 5 is on its way, which is kinda obvious if we're being honest. The Avengers is the highest grossing film series in the world on a per film average. I mean, did we really think Marvel would shelf the series for longer than a few years? No. But the fact that a new Avengers is on the horizon is the main shocker here. It's that Kevin Feige was so cavalier with revealing that the team will have a new lineup. He said, yes, and it will be a very different team than we've seen before. That's what Endgame was all about. It will be a very different incarnation of the team with some people you've already met and some people we haven't met yet. The Avengers in both the comics and the films have always updated their roster with each sequential outing, but they typically only added characters. They never subtracted them. But after Avengers Endgame, you'd be betting wisely if you thought Iron Man, Captain America, Thor, Odinson, and Hulk were returning to the lineup. Those individual characters have had pretty satisfying story arcs over 10 years and individual films. I don't think they would really shine as central characters in a new Avengers flick. Now, if I were to bet, I'd say we can comfortably state that Sam Wilson's Captain America, Doctor Strange, Scarlet Witch, Black Panther, and Captain Marvel will return. Each of these characters either has a recently developed solo series or a new Marvel TV show. So including them in a giant crossover Avenger flick just makes good business sense. It'll help raise their profile of their individual projects as well. Spider-Man might appear, but I have a feeling Marvel Studios might return the web-slinger to his street-level roots and let him go back to being a simple neighborhood Spider-Man. Not to mention the fact that Sony is a little bit selfish with the character. As for Marvel's recently announced debut, like Blade, Eternals, and Shang-Chi, I have no idea. None of these characters lend themselves very well to the Avengers in the 616 universe. There was that one weird time when Blade was kinda sorta an Avenger in the Ultimate Universe, but that story was ridiculous. And the Eternals are another version of Asgardians, in so much that they're otherworldly deities, so I don't think they'd be happy humbling themselves as human superheroes. Shang-Chi is the only one who makes sense, because he could so easily swap roles with the classic new Avenger from the comics Iron Fist. Way back in the day, after the events of Avengers Disassembled, Marvel unveiled a new lineup for their classic team. Instead of the classic 60s era heroes, they stacked the team with the coolest heroes from their modern lineup: Wolverine, Spidey, and even Iron Fist. That last one is so similar in function to Shang-Chi that I can easily see Marvel swapping Fist out for their new Asian American hero. And they won't have to worry about skirting around race issues like they had with the Ancient One in Doctor Strange. I bet our original lineup of Avengers, if they're still alive, will have cameo appearances. Hulk looks like he'll be the kind of strong dude who stays at Avengers HQ working in the lab, but not the powerhouse that he once was, which is unfortunate. Thor will probably travel the galaxy, available here and there, perhaps a weapon delivery system or a quick intergalactic lightning attack, but nothing more really. And perhaps Pepper Potts' rescue and War Machine will pop up, as the old war dog's getting dragged into a young man's fight. So what do you guys think? Who do you think will be in the new lineup? Let me know down below, and hit like on this video if you enjoyed it. I'm pretty excited for everything coming to the Marvel Universe from here. Have an awesome rest of your day, and remember, with great power comes great responsibility.